Hey guys, so with Rob and Chyna, season 1, episode 5, Baby Bump in the Road, Chyna decides she's going to invite some of her friends over so that they can go and do this, baby belly molding stuff. And I was just shocked because Chyna actually, she just had a swimsuit on and then she just went, whoop! I was like, are we really watching this? They're really putting this on TV? Of course it was blurred out, but I was just like, oh wow, Chyna looks really good. I mean, Chyna must stay active because she looks really good. I'm just like, oh. Now, her friends are filling up all in her boobs and all that, and it's like, this is amazing right now. And then they go skinny dipping. Well, except for her, but they go skinny dipping and then she's twerking in the pool, and I'm like, Rob's with her. She's with Rob? Like, anyway, King has his little photo shoot, and I shouldn't say little because King is rocking the photo shoot. King, he's posing, and he's just like dabbing, and I'm like, look at King. I'm thinking, where's Tyga? But look at King. So cute. He rocks it, and you can tell that King's very comfortable around Rob, so that's a big thing. Big thing. So shout out to Rob and Chyna for figuring out that portion. And for Rob for actually being there. Rob's getting a haircut and shave, and his mom's just like looking good. But we need to talk about a couple of things. And because Rob has to make sure that he's not diabetic. And so we're going to get through that. Chyna invites some people over because Chyna has to go and figure out with Rob, like, are you going to, not nanny, but are you going to your grandmother's party for her celebration, her birthday? So it's like, yeah, of course. And of course, Chyna is super excited that she's not only invited, but that Rob is coming. Well, you would hope that Rob would go to his grandma's birthday. Rob, I think this guy's like one of the family friends. I forgot his name. Chavo, something of that nature. He is there and he eats horribly. He eats worse than Rob, but he's like built like me. So Rob's just like, oh Lord, this is some BS. How you end up eating horribly 3 times a day and look like crap. But it does show, because when they brought the nutritionist, his levels were crazy. His levels were like, okay, we need to put him in a coma right now to save him. Not Rob's. Rob's was bad too, but Rob's is no... Rob's. Actually, I should call him Rob's, because my retainer, he's no longer diabetic. So that's a good thing. That's actually a great thing. Because we were all... Well, I shouldn't say we were all. I wasn't concerned, but I'm glad that he's not diabetic, because that could have been very, very dangerous, especially with the fact that he's still dealing with the weight issue. Chris is proud that he's making progress, but she's still concerned that he's not... It's still not enough yet. And it's like, what's going on? Because we're in this relationship and you're doing better, but things, you're slowly... It's like a game of tug of war. He's really trying, then he gives pushback. He's really trying, then he gives pushback. And Rob talks to Chyna about, well, glad that I'm not diabetic. She's like, I'm glad too. It's like, this is the best news that I've had all years. It's like, second best news, the baby, of course. Now, they're all driving, and King's in the car as well. And apparently, I don't know why, but Rob has a bad tooth, and it's even black. I'm thinking, ladies, how are you kissing these men with garbage mouths? I have to say it, with garbage mouths. That's why I'm like, ladies, I don't know how you do it. I don't even like bad breath on a woman, so I understand how you kiss a man with messed up grill. And they can do something about it. Anyway, Chyna's bugging out because Paige is supposed to be moving out. And I'm like, this is the longest move out time ever. Thinking, dang, Paige, you really can just get... See, if they were really serious about this, Paige will have gotten, she will have put a deposit down on an apartment, gotten in there pretty much within a week or so, or within a couple of days, and been out of Chyna's house. But I'm like, oh, I already see where this is going. Because Chyna's worried. It's like Paige is moving out, and she's not really sure if she can depend on Rob. Rob basically wants to move in or collaborate or get a house where they both feel comfortable in. And Chyna loves her house. She loves her current setup because at the end of the day, it's almost like job security. she has this house, she has the house to come back to. If they go into a house and something happens, then what? Then she has to go and figure out her life all over again. So it's just very hard. And Chyna goes and talks to Rob about the fact that she's concerned about Paige leaving because she was able to depend on Paige. Basically saying, I can't really depend on you. And aside from her trying to cover up by saying, well, you know, we had girl talk and things like that. No, Chyna was trying to say, Paige, I know she has my back and she's still going to be there. But Rob was trying to console. It's just like, you know, I really appreciate you for doing this, because this is the Rob that I need to see more of. Rob is trying to get the business get back into the swing of things with business, because he actually has a sock line. We already know that. But now he also, there's his streetwear line that he's been working with. I believe his friend's name is Steve or something like that, where they've been trying to do this for years, but Rob would always back out at the last minute. But Steve isn't dumb. Steve knows that if I go and actually partner up with Rob, who would actually wear the stuff, it'll sell. And they're in LA. Forget online sales. They're in LA and they put up a store. Don't go like that. Come on, man. So, of course, Courtney's there to support him and just to figure out, okay, I actually like this, I actually like that. And, of course, she's like, dad hats. We love dad hats. That's something we'd actually wear so it would fly off the shelves. Make sure you have it. He's like, I'll have multiple stuff. We have an actual budget. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Please like, comment, subscribe, by the way. Chyna, again, is talking to Rob about, okay, so what's going on? Paige is doing her nails. And this is where Chyna finds out that Rob's trying to do all these different things. Open up the business, trying to get a house for them, along with a baby on the way. And it's just a lot. Chyna realizes, wait, Rob, I respect the fact that you're trying to be on your business tip now. But at the end of the day, why are you trying to do all this stuff at the same time? You're just going to fizzle out. And I'm thinking to myself, Chyna, you're not necessarily wrong. You're not necessarily wrong. But for someone who didn't want to do anything before and he's now trying to put on a lot of hats, put on a lot of roles, let him try. He's never done this before. Let him try. At least just let him try. If he fails, he fails. Don't rub it in his face if he fails. But let him try, man. Now they're in the car and they're having this argument because, of course, Chyna, she has Rob's French fries. The French fries drop on the floor, and of course I'm thinking, of course Rob's gonna be pissed. Rob's hungry. But Rob, his mentality is, you're not even being considerate. You're more concerned about your phone and your selfies than my food. Of course she is. It's just her phone compared to your food while she's eating something. And he was just like, well, you know, if the foot was on the other, she was on the other foot, then you would be upset with me. And I'm thinking, yes, she would be. But, Rob, you're just going to have to let this go. Clearly, this is about the house. This is about you guys not being on the same page. You feel like she's not supporting you the way that she was before and encouraging you. Chyna's tired of supporting you and walking on eggshells around you. So you two are blowing up at each other. And it's just ridiculous. Over some French fries. Over some French fries. Because at one point, he was trying to get his phone. I'm thinking, why are you trying to get your phone, take it out, and talk to Kim and all this stuff? It's not, you're driving. You shouldn't even be doing that. Like, what's going on? Am I the only one that, like, where are the cops? Because I'll get pulled over in a second if they even think I'm doing something like that. So, or anyone else, because they don't play with seatbelts, they don't play with phones, they don't. Chyna's at lunch with her friends, you know, Sam and Paige. And this is where she's trying to tell her side of the story about what Rob trying to pick up multiple hats. And Sam was agreeing with Chyna for the most part regarding how, you know, maybe it is too much for Rob and he just doesn't realize it. That it could be going to hell in a handbasket because he also has a baby, but you're not necessarily giving him the chance to try. And Paige was really more so like, yeah, but you're not giving him the opportunity to at least figure it out for himself. So Chyna goes and talks to Courtney, and Chyna's just talking about how Rob's starting to do that whole ghosting thing again. I don't know what's going on with him. I understand he's more sensitive than the other men that she's usually used to dealing with, so maybe that's exactly what it is. He's different from any other guy you've ever been with, and you don't know how to handle that. Chyna's talking to Paige, and Chyna's just like, you know, at this time, with everything that's going on, I don't know if I want you to go. Nope, I don't want you to go. I need you to stay. Oh, yay. And it's not like I didn't think this was going to happen. I mean, hello, I didn't even put the deposit down on the place. So I knew this wasn't going to happen. But yay, I get to stay with my friend because she needs me instead of being able to rely on her fiance. But Paige did let me know that, maybe you, with this whole putting him down on certain things, that's the issue. It is. It is. Rob, right now, when he's actually trying to be proactive, this is when you support him. Even if you're like, no, let him fail if he's going to fail. Don't assume that it's not going to work out, because that's how it's coming across. Chyna talks to Tokyo Tony, which, as we know, that's her mom. And right now, again, it's the whole situation of Rob isn't doing what he needs to do. Rob's taking on a lot of stuff, but I'm worried that the relationship, it's not going to work. We're possibly moving in, not moving in. Tokyo Tony said exactly what we're thinking. What in the world made you think to have a child, another child at this time? And how it all came together. She said, I just want another baby. I just want another baby. I liked him. It happened. It happened. It wasn't an accident. I wanted another baby. I'm thinking, and with Rob, okay, to each his own. But now Chyna, she's on her way down to, of course, Rob's grandmother's birthday party, and she shows up, and she has her friends. She invited her friends. Their friends, of course, weren't going to actually go in the party, but they were going to go and support her, since Rob wasn't going to be there. Because Chyna was right. She doesn't need to have Rob on her arm in order to support his side of the family. Because that's how they know if you're really there for them, or if you're only there because you're in a relationship with one of their family members. When Chyna gets to the table, of course, she's hugging everyone, kissing, mwah, 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 mwah. She's doing November, everyone's excited. The issue is, oh yeah, I forgot to say that Chyna asked Courtney what the grandmother would want as a birthday present. So I think she got her flowers, something just cutesy. Chyna let me know, yeah, Rob blocked my phone number because we got into a little argument, and so have you guys heard from him? And Kim was just like, no, he blocked me too. Courtney was just like, oh yeah, me too. Chloe was thinking, oh no, he didn't block me. I got him my new number. I was just talking to him yesterday. It's just like, yeah, but what about today? Oh, it's not going through, so he blocked him. And we're all thinking, Rob, really? Because, what do you call it? Because Kim has a conversation with Chyna outside and just lets it be known that it's not cool that he's going and doing this. He's going to be a father soon, and so he can't act like a child. He does this all the time to us, and it's not okay. And so with him being a father, he needs to be accessible, even if he's going through issues with you. And it's funny because Kim's looking at this like, I can't believe this is really happening. I would have never thought in a million years my ex-friend, well, now I guess friend again, would be in a relationship with my brother. It's cute for what it is, but, he's actually going through a lot. And so I feel a little bit bad for her because he's doing the same thing that he's done to us. And so it was just the last thing, which I completely agree with, which threw me off, was Chris talked to Rob, and Chris was pissed because she's like, you're my baby boy. Regardless of how people think of me, I actually love you. So for you to go and disappear and basically ghost me and ghost your family, you have responsibilities. You're going to be a father. You can't just disappear. What if something happens to Chyna? What if something happens to me? I don't know if something's happening to you because you're not even letting me know, hey, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just need a moment. I love you. That's all I need. And I really believe that. I know a lot of people don't think that Chris actually loves her kids. I believe Chris loves her kids. I believe it gets complicated when you're also working with your kids. But I believe Chris loves her kids, especially Rob. That's her only boy. That's her baby boy, regardless of the fact that she still has two younger kids. That is her baby boy. And she was right. You don't go and do that, especially to your mom, and you have a history of, disappearing and having emotional issues. It's just a lot. Please like, comment, subscribe. I actually like the fact that this show is normal.